Good morning, gentlemen. I'm now in Kazakhstan. I think it's a bit of a country which is not so far opened up to Western tourists and even Indians. But people from East Europe, from Russia, the Far East, they flood this country. It's a beautiful country. Kazakhstan was earlier a part of the Soviet Union, and everywhere where you go in Kazakhstan, you will find remnants of Soviet rule. There's a wonderful war memorial here dedicated to the Soviet army, which fought the Second World War, and Russian influence is everywhere. As the population is concerned, 30% is Christian, and about 70% are Sunni Muslims. But this Islam is quite different from what you see in Saudi Arabia and other places. It's a very modern Islam, and I have not seen a single woman wearing a burqa here. I find skirts and shorts in vogue by the local Kazakh women and others. And the best part of it is the winter has no effect on these dresses as far as the Kazakhstans are concerned. I would say it's a wonderful place. I have come here to the Karai ski resort, and I'm staying in my room here at the moment. It's snowing outside, you can see from the window. I thought I'd make this video about Kazakhstan. Well, I had been to UAE, as you know, I was staying there for some time and flew in from there to Almaty. And when I landed in Almaty, it was absolute 0-degree visibility. That's number one. Number two, it was snowing heavily, and there was a good chance that the pilot would fly the Airbus to Mongolia, that's at Ulaanbaatar. But then he made a landing, and all the passengers really clapped. It was a wonderful landing to make. I've been in the Air Force, so I know what it means to land when a snowstorm is on. So it was wonderful. We came out of the Almaty airport and spent the night at the 5-star Novotel hotel. And then next morning, we planned to come to the Karzai ski resort. Now, gentlemen, as you're aware, I've done a little bit of skiing myself at the Air Force Ski School in Dalhousie, and so it's been one of the very beautiful and wonderful times here in Kazakhstan. Now, let me tell you all that Kazakhstan is not a democracy like we know it in India or America. It's a unitary system, but there's a lot of freedom. I don't think there's any restriction, anything other than on extremism. The president, who's a very pragmatic man, has made it very clear that Kazakhstan is a secular state, and that is what really matters. I wonder if some of the Islamic countries, the ones which are always trumpeting the cause of Islam, could look at countries like Kazakhstan. They are not fanatic at all, and I don't find any semblance of Islam outside the mosque. That's all. Maybe a few people playing in the mosque, that's about all. There's a wonderful cathedral also here built by the Russians. It's made entirely of wood, and this is just passing. And Kazakhstan has got good relations with India. That's number one. Number two, there's no visa required for Indians if you want to come to Kazakhstan. You can come anytime, and you are welcomed in. Indians are respected here, and I will say, do come in winter when it's snowing. The temperature, of course, goes down to -10, but there's snow all around, and that's the beauty of the whole place, and you can do some skiing at this particular resort. The resort is a skiing resort here, and the only way you can reach it here is by taking a taxi or a public bus from Almaty and come here. And it's beautifully stocked by the local Kazakhstan crowd, beautiful girls all around, and you like it, and everything is fine here. The only thing is, if you're looking for Indian food, you won't get it, and whatever you get is the Russian and European food. And what thing surprises me in Kazakhstan is that horse meat is available. Now, I've not heard of people eating horse, but in any of the restaurants you go, you find horse meat on the menu, and that horse meat means I don't know what it means really, but it is more costlier than any other meat. And the other staple diet of the people here is beef. I think chicken is very less, and vegetarianism even less. But this is the area from where a lot of the Mongols came, and uh, Turkmenistan and all these places are something similar. They were all part of the Soviet Empire earlier, and Babur came from here, this area, and so did Timur Lang. Genghis Khan, of course, came from Mongolia. So they're all the same race and same people, and they are all very fair. And that's the point which is there. So if as an Indian you're moving around with a dark skin, you really stand out. So I haven't seen any Indians here by and large, not many. That there are one of places to see around. I mean, I'm not a tourist guide to tell you where to go. I think when you come to Almaty, you just let yourself relax, go through the various places here, see them. There's the market there, the green market, and the thing is that you see the fresh snow falling. Right now it's snowing, and so I thought I'd stay in my cottage here and talk to you all about Kazakhstan. I think Kazakhstan is very much in the Soviet sphere of influence, that the Russian sphere of influence. Russians have a lot of influence here, and surprisingly, the border is China, that is the province of Xinjiang, but I don't find a Chinese here at all, not a single tourist at the resort. And most of the tourists are people, who come from either the Arabian countries or from Russia, Eastern Europe, Korea, and Mongolia, and that's about all. I don't find Chinese coming here. I don't find other Muslim nations patronize this place. And I don't know, but not a single American is seen here. And then we come to the language. The language here is Russian. And if you go to the menu, you have to read everything in Russian. And unless you know the Russian script, you can't even communicate with the local staff. So you got to go through Google's Translate from Russian to English, and the waiter will then translate from English to Russian, and then of course they'll serve you it. But most of the menus are all Russian, but for Indians, I can tell you there are at least 6 Indian restaurants in Almaty, and they serve Indian food because there are thousands of Indian students studying medicine, engineering, and pure sciences in Kazakhstan. It's a very friendly country, tourist country, and the currency which they use is the tenga. As far as the dirham is concerned, about 110 dirhams, 110 tenga is equivalent to 1 dirham, and obviously 500 tenga is equal to $1. So that's where it stands. So dollar's got a lot of value, and it's a currency which is part of the international monetary system. So you can use your debit and credit cards here, there's no problem. And you get everything here. It's a wonderful place, friendly people, beautiful girls. I think that's what really matters. And I'm so glad that nobody's wearing the burqa and other things, which are so stifling. I can't understand how it's being done so far in Iran and other places, And here, they are also all Muslims, and they don't wear these dresses at all. I found most of them, even in winter, wearing long boots and absolutely shortest shorts. So, gentlemen, I'm going to enjoy myself here, and maybe if I can take some photos of the skiing trips, I'll put another video on that. This is a video just about Kazakhstan. I would say it's an exotic country, wonderful place, and all the best. I will close now, gentlemen, and say goodbye. Jai Hind. Look after yourself, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends. I hope you do it, and enjoy yourself. Goodbye.